Good afternoon, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Sequential Sums by Sujoyku. I've done a couple of Sudoku puzzles before, I think, and they're always interesting. They're also sometimes they could be have beautiful flow, and sometimes they're a little bit tricky. And that doesn't mean they're not beautiful flow. It just means that sometimes you could I don't know what's going on, and it'll be interesting to see what's the I don't know what's going on moment in this one. I've still got voting going on over in the community section on the candidates, so which ones are going to enter into the semi-finals, although I might be actually have finished the semi-finals and we might be trying to figure out who's in the grand final by now. Voting is still going on. Yeah, this puzzle, this was recommended as you're really going to enjoy this one if you can figure it out. So let's see if I can figure it out. So what do we have? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits in the same relative position must contain distinct digits in each 3 by 3 box. This is the disjoint rule, or the disjoint digits rule. Or sometimes called disjoint groups. And what that means is if I pick any cell, I'm going to pick on the central cells. These 5 cells, they have the same relative position in each 3 by 3 box. So they are the 5th cell in each box. Each of those cells must contain different digits because that's just the rule. And it's the same if I was to pick the 8th cell in each box. Each 8th cell in each box, let's color those yellow, must contain different digits because that's the rule. And that's just the way it works. So that's absolutely fascinating to me, and I have no idea how that's going to work in this puzzle. It also can be really hard to scan because it means that if I was to put a 5 here, I have to just notice that it means that that digit can't be a 5, and it's not normal scanning. So it adds an extra level of scanning, which can be quite tricky. Digits in a cage do not repeat. And must sum to the clue in the top left. So it means that these 2 digits sum to 12, these 2 digits sum to 7. How that's going to work, I don't know. And on the negative diagonal, digits do not repeat. So basically along this diagonal, which is 9 digits long, we cannot have repeat digits. So we're working with the digits 1 to 9. It's 9 digits long and we can't have repeated digits. I think we know what's going to go into those. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, one thing I have noticed is these, and this is interesting to me, those are all a disjoint group. So those must contain 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s, 2 8s, and 2 9s. So if I was to add all of those together, I would get to 90. And I can quickly tell that by 14 and 6 sum to 20, 13 and 7 sum to 20, 8 and 12 sum to 20, 11 and 9 sum to 20. So 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 is 80, and 10 gets to 90. And the reason I could have told that is because I'm working with 1 to 9. You add the digits 1 to 9, you get 45, and I've got 2 lots of 45 in there, so that's 90. But how am I going to use that? I've got the same happening here. These are 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Those are 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Wait a minute. These are 2 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Right. So where do I put 1 to 9 in those? Now this is... So these are only from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can't contain 3. So these are from 1, 2, or 4, 5. But across the top here, this is going to have a weird restriction. Because a 7 cage can only be 1, 6, 2, 5, or 3, 4. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I can't put... If this is... This... Is there something weird going on with a 6, a 7, and an 8 cage that all see each other? Because if I put a 1 in the 6 cage, that means I don't have a 1 for the 7 and the 8 cage. So the 7 cage could be 2, 5 or 3, 4. That's if this... Well, no, hang on. If this is 1, 5, then this can't be 2, 5. This would be 3, 4. And what would the 8 cage be? This would have to be 2, 6. No, it does work. Okay, so I don't know. Is there something going on here? These sum to 31. Is it something to do with these two digits? Because 6 plus 11 is 17. These are 37. So those digits there sum to 8. Wait a minute. Is that right? 31, 37. Those two digits are 45 minus 37. Those two digits sum to 8. So where is 8 and 9 in this row? I can't put 8 or 9 into any of this. This is an 8-9 pair. Because if I put 8 here, this would have to be 0. And if I put 9 here, this would have to be minus 1. So this is an 8-9 pair. If this is 7, this is 1. 7, 1 would mean this is 2, 4. 7... This is either 7, 1... Wait a minute, where is 7 in this row? If 7 is here... If 7 is here, it's 7, 1, and this becomes 2, 4. If 7's not here, it can't go in a 7 case. 7 is here. This becomes 1 because it's 7, 1, and this is 2, 4. This is always 2, 4. That's crazy. That's totally cray-cray. So now this 7 cage, it can be 1, 6. It can't be 2, 5. It can't be 3, 4. This is 1, 6. Now this 8 cage, well, these digits can't be 1, 2. They're 3. They can't be 4, 5. Can't be 6. They're 3, 5, 7. And you can't do 7, 1. This is 3, 5. This is 7. This has to sum to 8. So that is 7 and 1. Right. Now... This 11 maybe? Because 11 could be 9, 2, but I can't do it. It could be 8, 3. It could be 7, 4, but I can't do 7, 4. Or it's 5, 6. But there must be a 9 in this 20 cage. With the other 11. So it's 9 with either 3, 8 or 5, 6. Now, the question is, where are 1 and 2 in this row, I think? Because I can't put 1 or 2 into any of those cages. So 1 and 2 is in those. So this was 7, 8, 9. Can I put 3 in here is the question. So what I want to do is I want to figure out these. These are 28, 38. So these have to sum to 7. These sum to 7. Is that the same effect? But these can't be 7, 8 or 9. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of those are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because 7, 8, 9 are taken in those cells. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. which means with that summing to 7, that works. But this can't be a 6. Because this sums to 7. If this is a 6, this is a 1, and I can't put a 1 here. So this isn't a 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that enough? I get the feeling I need to be better at understanding the ramifications of the cages. There's going to be people who just look at this and understand it. I need to figure it out better. So here, 29, 35, these need to sum to 10. So there's no 5 in those, there's no 5 here. There's no 5 in any of those. 5 is in one of those. So 14 is either 9, 5, 8 or 8, 6. This is 9, 5 or 8, 6. It's the only possibility. This 3, 5, is that doing any... The thing is, these are playing on all of these cages as well, and I can't see how to use that. Remember, I've only got 2 of each digit. So I have to put 2 9s into yellow. And there has to be a 9 in one of these, because I can only put 1 9 in yellow in this row. I can't put any... Right, so there's a 7, an 8 and a 9 in yellow down here, and there's a 7, an 8 and a 9 in yellow down here. Now, I can't put the 9 in yellow down here. So this is either 9, 1 or this is 9, 2. And then... Right. So either there's 9, 2 here or 9, 1 here. And if there's 9, 1 here, it's 9, 1. And if there's 9, 2 here, it could be in either order. And then there's a 9, an 8, and there's an 8 and a 7 as well. So I must put 7, 8, 9 in those. I must put 7, 8, and 9 into those. That's a little weird, isn't it? What can this 14 be? 9, 5. This is also 9, 5 and 8, 6. Doesn't that mean I have to have a 6 or an 8 in here? And I have to have a 6 or an 8 in here. No, I'm not really connecting with this. So hang on, there's a 6 or an 8 in here. There's a 6 or an 8 in here, which is going to give me 1 each of the 6 or the 8. Oh, what is going on? Hang on, if this is 5, 9... No, if this is 6, 8, this can't be 6, 8. If this is 6, 8, this is 3, 5. This doesn't work. This isn't 6, 8. This is 5, 9, which takes 5 out of there, and 5 here goes with 6. This is 3, 8. So this, that was much cleaner, and I should have seen that ages ago. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. This is just 5, 6, 9. This is 5, 9. So what's this 8? 1, 7 works. 2, 6 works, but 3, 5 doesn't. So where's 1 in this column? No, it could be there with an 8 there. So, I'm not getting these interactions fast enough. It's also heating up in here. Okay, 4 in this column. 4 can't go here because that would have to be a 5. So 4 is here or here. 4 would put a 2 here. 4 here would put an 8 here. Can this be 4, 8? 4, 8 would put 8 in one of those. I don't see a problem here. Four can't go there. So what can this 9 be? Actually, it can be lots of things. But I've got to put a 7, an 8, or... There's got to be a 7 or an 8 in here because each of these must take 7, 8, 9. So this is either 1, 8 or 2, 7. They're the only possibilities. And in here, I have to use a 7, 8, or a 9. So it's either 1, 9, 2, 8, or 3, 7. And in here, I must use a 7, 8, or 9. Maybe this was the way I needed to look at it. So it must be either 2, 9, 3, 8, or 4, 7. Now, if this... But these sum to 10. No. I don't understand. So I can see 4 and... No, it's not 4 and 5. It's 5 and 6 are in those. Right, 5 and 6 are in those. I can't put 5 in any of these. 5 can't go in here, can't go in here, and can't go in here. So 5 is in one of these. So 5 is in... Hang on, no. 5 is in one of those. So 5 can't go in one of those. So that is not a 5. And these summed to 7. So this can't be a 2 anymore. So it's 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, or 4, 3. This is 3, 4, 5, or 6. 5 must be in one of these. 5, 9, 5, 8, or 5, 7. So 5 must be in one of those, as must 6. So these are only from 1, 2, 3, 4, because 5 and 6 must be up here. These are only from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I could tell that 1 and 2 had to be in them. I didn't know 3... I'm really struggling with this, aren't I? There is something fundamental about this puzzle I have not understood. So this is either 1-5 or 2-4. If this is 2-4, no, I've got so much freedom here. It's not funny. I don't get it. I told you there'd be something about this puzzle I didn't get. And there must be 7, 8, 9 in here, but I can't put 7 in here. Because remember, I've got to put 2 of 7, 8, 9 in each, and I can't put 7, 8, 9 in any of these. So there's A7, 8, and 9 in here, and there's A7, 8, and 9 in these. So I can't put a 7 in here. So this is either 7, 6, or this is 7, 5. So this is either 9, 3, 8, 4, or 7, 5. And that can't be 5, so that can't be 7. That can't be 3, so that can't be 9. That can't be 9, so that can't be 3. This can't be 3, 9, actually. Is there anything else this can't be? Can't be 8, so that can't be 4. And that by the column, because this can't be 6. Where is 6 in this column? 6 is down here, and this is 2, 6. This being 2, 6 has made that 4 and that 2, which means that's 7 and that's 5. That takes 5, 9 out of here. This is 6, 8. There must be a 9 in here. This is 4, 9, and I take 4 out of all of those. Those are 1, 2, 3. That's 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5, 6. I can take 4 and 7 out of there. I can take... No, I can't take anything, but 7 comes out of there, so 2 comes out of there. Right. I should have seen that a lot faster, but I didn't. 5 comes out of there. 5 is in one of those two, so there's no 5 there. Shoe fly, you're bothering me. Fly. There's no 2 there. This 6, 8 takes 6 out of there. These, however, summed to, what was it? 28, 38. These summed to 7. So 1, 6, hang on, was that right? Yes. No, 30, yeah, these sum to 7. So 1 needs a 6. This isn't a 6. 2 and 5, 3 and 4. There's no 3 there. This is a 4, 5, 2, 3 with 4, 5. Haven't figured that out yet. But... row 4 looks interesting. If this is 1, 8... Well, hang on, where's 1 in this row? Oh no, 1, 9 there would work. 1, 9 would make this 2, 7, and this would be 3, 8. 7 is in one of those. It's either 7, 2 or 7, 3. If this is 7, 3, that means this is 2, 9, and this is 8, 1. Okay, what have I missed? This needs a high digit in it, because a 10 cage must be a low and a high digit. And I don't have 6 or 8, so it's either 1, 9 or 3, 7. If it's 1, 9, I've used all the 9s. If it's 3, 7, I've used all the 3s. I don't think that helps me. 14. Is there a digit I haven't used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I've used... But if this is 3, 7, this becomes 2, 5. And this becomes 9, 1, 4. I think that's okay. Okay, still not getting it. But these sum to 10. Wait a minute. This was 6 plus 10 is 16. 26, 35. These sum to 10. This can't be a 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. This is the 5. This is a 4, 6 pair. Which means this is a 4, 6 pair. There's a 4, 6 pair in the box. There's no 4 here, so there's no 2 here. This is 1, 5. Which means this is the 6 and this is the 1. Just got to figure out where to look. Now that 4, 6 pair, does that do anything? There's no 1 here. So there's no 9 here, but it means where is 1 in this row? This is 1, this is 8. That takes 2, 8 out of there. This is 3, 7, which means there's no 3, 8 here. This is 2, 9. Aha! And I've got all the pairs in yellow. I've got 2 1s, I've got 2 2s, I've got 2 3s, I've got 2 4s, I've got 2 5s, I've got 2 6s, I've got 2 7s, I've got 2 8s, and I've got 2 9s. Getting there. Now, I've got 2 5s in blue already. So I can't put another 5 in blue. Because if I put another 5 in blue, if I put a 5 here, then this would be 5 and this would be, and I couldn't put a 5 in either of those. I cannot put another 5 in blue. None of those can be 5. Neither of those are 5. That's 5 and that's 3. That 3, right, I could resolve these. That 3 means that's the 7 and that's the 3. Use these to resolve. This 8 means that's the 6 and that's the 8. The 2 here means that's the 9 and that's the 2, and the 9 here means that's the 4 and that's the 9. Use your disjoint groups properly. And now yellow, let's go to color. Yellow is fully resolved. Done. Great. Cool. Making progress. Making progress. Do. Right, now 2, 5 and 8. Well, I know what these are. This is a quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 7, and 8. So how do I make 12? If I did 7, it'd have to be 7, 5. I can't do it. So this has to be, I can't do 2, 10. So there's no 2. I can't do 7, 5. So this is 4, 8, which means I take 4, 8 out of there. This is 2, 7, and that's now done. Can I resolve those any further? I admit I have not done phenomenally well at this puzzle, but I'm getting there. 4, 8, of course, means this is the 9 and this is the 8. Now, these digits. So this 7, I could use 1, 6. I can't use 2, 5. I could use 3, 4. So it's 1, 6 or 3, 4. And interestingly enough, they just can be. And this 13, 9, 4 works. 8, 5 doesn't. 7, 6. So it's 9, 4 or 7, 6. How do I narrow those down? Okay, so there's something I've missed. This 19. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 8, and 9. Oh, this 4 makes this 6 and this 4, which makes this 6, which takes 6 out of those. This is a 5, 9 pair, and this is a 6. That 5, 9 pair, does that do anything? These are 2, 8, and 9. I haven't yet figured this out. I probably can. If this is 3, 4, this becomes 1, 9, and this becomes 6, 7. If this is 1, 6, this becomes 3, 7, and this becomes 4, 9. All of that seems to work. But is it this diagonal? Yeah, this 4 looks down, making this 5. These had to sum to 7, didn't they? 28, 38. These have to sum to 7. That's a 2. I take 2 out of there. The 8 takes 8 out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, the 5 makes that 9 and that 5. The 9 makes that 2. This is a 7, which takes 7 out of those. This isn't 3, 7. This is 1, 9. I take 1 and 6 out of there. This is 3, 4. I take 4, 9 out of there. This is 6, 7, and those are resolved. But this 7 makes this 2 and this 7. The 2 by... Oh, let's use the 7 by disjoint, makes that 6, which makes 7. That's 7. The 6 by disjoint looks down here, making this 2 and this 6. The 2 by disjoint, or something, let's find something. No. Wow, that's actually just those all resolved. That's the... That's both... Grumpy now. There's no 2 in those. That's the 8, 9. But that 9 makes that the 8 and that the 9. Which makes this the 5 and this the 9, and then I could use those digits. The 5 makes this the 1 and this the 5. The 1 jumps to here, making that the 9 and that the 1. And now I've got the 3, 4, 8 triples to resolve. So I'm going to get rid of all of these, because all I've got left to resolve in blue are those 3, 4, 8s. And I'm not yet sure how to do it. But these are, of course, 3, 4. This 3 looks down, making that 4 and that 3. This is really cool, by the way. Did I have trouble figuring it out? I did. I absolutely did. No 2 in any of those, so that's a 2. This is a triple, 3, 4, and 7. There's no 7 there. Okay, in here I need to put a 1 in one of those two. 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to put a 6 right there. So these are 1, 7, and 8. There's no 8 in either of those. That's a 1, 7. That's an 8. The 1, 7 looks back, taking 7 out of there. So that's a 7. Not probably the best place to look. This is 1 is in one of those two. Need to put 2 in one of those two. Need to put 4 in one of those two. And I need to put 9 in one of those two. So this is 1, 2. This is 1, 4. This is 4, 9. And this is 2, 9. Can I do anything with that by disjoint? Not that I can see. Damn you, Balthazar! Okay, now... Oh, but yes, I can. 7 looks up making this 1 and this 7. That looks up making this 4, this 9, this 2, and this 1. And then the 4 looks across making this the 8 and this the 4. The 8 looks across making this the 3 and this the 8. And then I can use that to make that the 4 and that the 3, which makes that the 3 and that the 4, which makes that the 1 and that the 3. Now I'm completely done with the colouring. And the rest should just be Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 2 makes that the 5 and that the 2. These are 3 and 7, and I'll use that 7 to make that 3 and that 7. This column needs 1 and 6, so that 1, of course, makes that the 6 and that the 1. This box needs 5 and 8, and I'll use that 5 to make that the 8 and that the 5. This box, let's just put in the quadruple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, and 9. So there's no 3 or 8 in this row, which means I can take 4, 9 out of this row. I'm going to use the 9 to look down to make that the 4 and that the 9, and then I'm going to use the 3 to look down to make that the 8 and that the 3, and that is the correct solution. 31 minutes and 43 seconds. Now, in 112 days, this has had 241 solves. Let's get that jumping, because this is a phenomenal disjoint puzzle. Again, I know there are people who are going to turn around and go, I saw that a lot faster, but I had to wrap my head around disjoint. I don't get a lot of them, so I had to wrap my head around, how is this working? How are those columns interacting with each other? I'm playing with a limited number of digits, and figuring it out is the fun bit. If I just see the logic and it's like, oh, this is easy or repetitive, that's not enjoyable to me. I don't mind doing things that I know how to do. I do find that pleasurable, but actually exploring it and finding it again, it's kind of good that I have a terrible memory, because it means that when I see something that I've seen before, I still find pleasure in it. That's really cool. That's why I like watching some of my favorite movies and reading my favorite books and playing my favorite games and solving my favorite puzzles. Unfortunately for the channel, I have to do new puzzles every day. I'd love to go back and redo some of the old puzzles, but I think that would be unpopular. Yeah, this is really cool. Wow. Sujoyku, you do good things. You turn Sudoku into Sujoyku. You really do. Very, very fun. Bringing the joy into doing. Yep, great. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle, and as always, good luck with your solving.